Warrants show a man robbed a Rockingham store of beer and cigarettes. The U.S. Army trains at the Richmond County Airport, and the Richmond Raiders are hoping to capitalize on the homecoming buzz against Lumberton. Plus, we have an interview with Jace Bendell on the upcoming second annual Elves On the Run 5K. I'm Sarah Minks for Live at 5. Richmond County's nightly news starts right now.
Good evening, Richmond County, and welcome to your Friday edition of Live at 5. I'm Russell Parker, and we are being joined by Jace Bendell, who is the event organizer for the Elves On the Run 5K event. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you? All
right. So you have a really big event coming up. Of course, it's the second year you guys are doing this. Tell us a little bit about what Elves On the Run 5K is.
So Elves On the Run is a 5K. This is the second annual, like he said, and it goes to support the kids in Richmond County whose families can't buy Christmas for them. No, last year we helped a little over 35 kids, and we try to average about $100 per kid.
And so this is a second year. What led you to want to put this event on? Because this is pretty cool coming from someone who's in the high school age range to be able to do something like this. So tell us about what led you to doing this.
Yes, sir. In the past, my family and I, we would donate to about 1 or 2 kids each year. And I got down to thinking, I'd like to donate to more than just 1 or 2 kids each year, and I was thinking, I like to run. Why not put them together? And so I came up with the idea for Elves on the Run. An original scrapped idea was a color run in like September, because it's too close of a time frame. And so we said, why not just make it a Christmas thing, and we can turn it into a Christmas present.
And so how can people sign up for it, and what's the cost for it to be able to enter?
You can sign up either on our website. It should be...
Well, we'll have it on the graphic at the bottom for you. That way we can get it out there for you.
Yes, sir.
And what's the cost?
It's $25 for an adult, and then late fee for an adult is $35. Then for a kid, it's $15, and late fee's $20.
And so when does it take place, and where at?
It takes place December 14th at the Hamlet First Presbyterian Church.
All right. So if you want to know more information, that is on the screen at the bottom. It's taking place Saturday, September 14th at the First Presbyterian Church in Hamlet. Have they been helping you guys out with the event?
All they do is allow us to hold it there.
That's awesome. All right, and that will be taking place December 14th. And you guys have a slogan called "Because Every Child Deserves a Christmas." That sounds like a really cool slogan you guys have putting on there. And the event, definitely go out and support it. It sounds like it's going to be a really great cause. Second annual. How many showed up to it last year?
We had exactly 150 runners.
That is awesome. Let's see if we can double that this year. All right, guys. Thanks. We'll be on our way back with news, weather, and sports coming up right after the break, so stay tuned.
McNear Auto Sales is the place to buy your pre-owned car, truck, or van. To be the best, it takes big selection, friendly staff, and great pricing. We guarantee a no-hassle buying experience, and financing is available right on site. So come see us today. We're located at 1026 East Broad Avenue in Rockingham. And remember, with over 40 years of experience, you know McNear is the name you can trust.
At Richmond County Hospice, we strive to provide high-quality care to our patients and their families. Whether it's the incredible hospitality at the Haven House or from the comfort of your own home, you can count on Hospice to be there for you. We also offer monthly grief support groups, and our chaplain will be there to hold your hand in prayer. Through our amazing staff and our volunteers, Hospice has made difficult times easier for our community. Call the number on your screen if you feel that you or your loved one may benefit from our services. Richmond County Hospice. Peace, comfort, dignity.
A man is facing several robbery charges for allegedly taking beer and cigarettes from a local gas station. According to an arrest warrant, 28-year-old Travis Norton went to a convenience store on October 13th and forcibly took 2 cases of beer and cigarettes. Norton apparently returned 2 more times, taking more cases of beer and cigarettes. Online jail and court records show Norton is also charged with resisting a public officer, disorderly conduct in a public building, and impeding traffic by sitting, standing, or lying in a roadway. Norton was arrested October 17th and charged with 3 counts of common law robbery. He remains in the Richmond County Jail under a $25,000 secure bond. The U.S. Army had temporarily taken control of Richmond County airspace on Wednesday. Soldiers in the field set up on the back side of the runway at the Richmond County Airport for a training exercise in controlling air traffic. Lieutenant Colonel Ashley Lee, commander of the 358th Airfield Operations Battalion based at Fort Bragg, said the location was chosen due to its proximity to Fort Bragg and the cooperation of the airport. Helping the battalion with their training were pilots from the Civil Air Patrol with single-engine planes and the 82nd Combat Aviation Brigade, flying Black Hawk and Apache helicopters, giving the controllers a variety of fixed-wing aircraft and rotary assets. During Thursday's exercise, controllers were handling 3 of 4 aircraft at a time. They were also practicing emergency procedures, including having no communication, having a blown tire, touch and go, and using precision approach radar. According to Lee, the exercise is scheduled to last until Monday. The State Board of Elections is reminding colleges and universities, charter schools, and state and local governments about upcoming deadlines to submit applications for their IDs to be eligible for use for voters in 2020. State law requires the state board to confirm that an institution's identification card meets certain requirements before it can be used to vote in North Carolina. The IDs of dozens of colleges and universities, charter schools, and local and state governments are already approved by the state board to use in the 2020 elections. If certain IDs are not approved, voters may still use another acceptable form of ID or get a free NC voter ID from their County Board of Elections. Folks can visit ncbse.gov for a complete list of acceptable IDs. When we return, we've got your Live at 5 weather report. It's coming up right after the break, so stay tuned.
Circulars and coupons are now available at richmondobserver.com. Check out our Circulars tab to find deals and discounts from your favorite local retail, department, and grocery stores. Be sure to check back every week for the latest on clothes, food, and other items. And the best part is, they're free. Your Live 5 weather report is brought to you today by RO Yellow, Richmond County's new online business directory. I am located here in downtown Rockingham. I've got the square behind me. The Richmond Raider homecoming parade has just wrapped up. About an hour ago it started up, an hour it's at the end of it. So everyone is getting ready for the football game tonight. Now let's talk about how the weather's going to be for that. Starting around 7 o'clock, it'll be 68 degrees with mostly cloudy skies. A little bit cool, but not too bad for a football game with a lot of energy going on. And about towards the end of it, at 9 o'clock, it'll be 64 degrees with mostly cloudy skies still. So not terrible weather at all for a Raider football game. But let's talk about tomorrow, which is the Seaboard Festival, of course. Starting over on the the eastern side of the Sandhills. Fayetteville is going to be a high of 77, low of 68. Lumberton is going to be a high of 77, low of 68 as well. Rayford is going to be a high of 67, high of 76, low of 67. Southern Pines is going to be a high of 75 and a low of 67. Now looking over at Rockingham and Hamlet, of course, that's going to be a high of 77, low of 68. Partly cloudy skies across the entire day. Seaboard Festival should be good to go, no rain whatsoever. Wadesboro is going to be a high of 77, low of 69. And to get more specific into the next 7 days, Saturday is going to be a high of 77, low of 68, partly cloudy skies. Sunday is going to be a 70% chance of showers, be a high of 80, low of 56. Now Monday we're seeing some sunny skies once again, but some clouds in the forecast. Be a high of 76, low of 59, with Tuesday being a high of 75, low of 59. And now Wednesday, we are seeing some showers returning, 40% chance in the day and the evening with a high of 72, low of 60. And then Thursday is going to be a 40% chance as well throughout the day and the evening, high of 70, low of 51. And then finally Friday, it's going to be a high of 61, low of 4 with partly cloudy skies, 30% chance in the morning, but towards the evening, it's not going to be any chance whatsoever. So, so far, looking pretty good for today and for tomorrow. The weekend should be pretty good, with the exception of Sunday, but the Seaboard Festival, no worries about rain. No worries about rain tonight for the football game as well. So that's going to do it for your Live 5 weather report. When we return, we've got your RO Sports update. It's on the way right after this.
Richmond Community College's Electric Utility Substation and Relay Technology program is a game changer. Established as a partnership between Richmond CC and Duke Energy in 2011, this innovative, one-of-a-kind program was created to address the nation's growing demand for technicians capable of working on the protective relaying that controls America's high-voltage power grid. While entry-level technicians in the utility industry normally require 5 years of training, Richmond CC's 2-year program was crafted specifically to cut the training time in half and fast-tracked its students toward high-skill, high-wage jobs in the industry. Graduates to the EUSRT degree program are making between $50,000 and $75,000 in their first year of employment. As lead instructor Steve Lampley said, "We have the program, we have the jobs, now we need more students." Enroll in Richmond Community College's Electric Utility Substation and Relay Technology today.
Hometown heroes? Well, maybe. When it comes to backyard comfort and no pesky mosquitoes, call Brown Termite and Pest Control at 910-895-6410 or 910-276-8870. Their team of superheroes can take back control of your paradise. That's 910-895-6410 today.
The energy coursing through Richmond Senior High School's veins during Spirit Week has the Raider football team amped up for its first home game in 3 weeks. While students, players, and coaches alike have dressed up as their favorite holiday, movie, or book characters and donned the likes of the elderly and camouflaged as part of the annual festivities during the school day, it's a win during their homecoming game that the Raiders and head coach Brian Till are seeking the most. Richmond is off to its best start since 2014, including last season's perfect run against SAC opponents. Richmond is currently riding a 17-game regular season winning streak. They'll look to keep that going against Lumberton tonight following a day full of homecoming court celebrations and the annual homecoming parade in downtown Rockingham, which you'll be able to find the full parade video on richmondobserver.com. If the Raiders were to win, it would be the program's 499th career victory. Richmond has won 32 of the 33 all-time meetings against the Pirates. Kickoff for the homecoming game is scheduled for 7:30 p.m. at Raider Stadium. The 7 SAC schools with cross-country teams meet at the Carolina Horse Park on Tuesday for the season-ending SAC Championship meet. The Richmond girls team would end its season with a 4th-place finish, while the boys took 7th place. Head coach Jessica Covington's Lady Raiders finished the afternoon with 112 points, and head coach Reggie Miller's boys tailed a final score of 176 points. Pinecrest would sweep the competition to win the boys and girls SAC championship. Up next for both Richmond teams is the NCHSAA 4A Mid-East Regional Race, which will be held at the Carolina Horse Park on Saturday, November 2nd. Raider head volleyball coach Ashley Larson got the news she was hoping to hear. The Lady Raiders were playoff bound with the first round home match. In her second year as Richmond's head coach, Larson and her band of Lady Raiders made it a perfect 2 for 2 when trying for the NCHSAA 4A postseason under her direction. Richmond earned the number 14th seed in the West Regional after notching 3rd place in the SAC standings and will welcome in the Ronald Reagan Lady Raiders on Saturday in the opening round of the state playoffs. At home this season, the Lady Raiders racked up a 10-2 record and outscored their opponents 32-10 in total sets. 6 of the 10 wins were sweeps, and Richmond has won 6 of their last 7 home contests. First serve against Reagan is slated for a 3 p.m. start on Saturday inside Raider Gymnasium. Should Richmond win, it would face Pinecrest, which secured a first-round bye. And that's going to do it for tonight's edition of Live at 5. For the latest news, sports, and events happening in Richmond County, visit richmondobserver.com or download the free RO app for your mobile devices. For the Live at 5 crew, I'm Sarah Minks. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on Monday. Good night, Richmond County.